Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 73. XRP Holder Accumulation is growing. Is the Litecoin Foundation broke? And is Binance Coin a house of cards? We'll talk about that and more on this stream. Now, if you're catching this stream live, welcome. And if you are catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking. Happy Sunday night, I guess. For some of you might not be that happy. I mean, Bitcoin kind of went down a little bit, but other than that, pretty good, right? Anyways, yeah, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe. You hit that like button and that bell to be notified when you are to be notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description. How's it going, William James? Thanks, man. It's going fine, man. It's going great. Great Sunday. I'm glad I didn't take any Bitcoin positions. Like I said, I'm bearish on Bitcoin until Bitcoin breaks above the 200 MA, right? So again. Anything that plays out for Bitcoin towards the upside, I'm happy, but I'm not gonna go in until it breaks above that 200 MA. Or at least I noticed that there's a good chance that a stupendous bullish movement will play out. Anyways, let's jump onto the news, man. XRP making some moves today. Yeah, we'll check it out. So. We kind of talked about this one yesterday, right? The SEC and Telegram. We didn't go too much into detail because the article was kind of blocked by the Wall Street Journal, and I had to buy a subscription. I'm not going to buy a subscription just to get the one article. Anyways, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has filed an emergency action and obtained a temporary restraining order against Telegram, which prevents it from distributing and selling its Gram tokens in the country. Now, that's... we'll talk about why I'm not so sure they can do that. Anyways... according to the regulators, the company sold 2.9 billion grams at a discount price of like 171. A discount prices to 171 initial purchasers worldwide, raising $1.7 billion in the process. That's a lot of dough. Now, $1 billion of those tokens were purchased by people in the U.S. So, let's say 1/3 almost purchased by people in the U.S., 2/3 outside. The agency says Telegram didn't register the offering with its office and it sees Gram as a security. It is accusing the company of violating the Securities Act of 1933. Again, not clear how this restraining order would affect Gram's launch as a whole. Former SEC attorney Zachary Fallon told Bloomberg that it could also complicate the company's ability to sell tokens in other countries. But even if it doesn't prevent Telegram from launching outside of the US, it could still cause a huge issue for the company. The New York Times reported back in August that Telegram promised investors it would deliver grams by October the 31st or return their money. I believe that's a pretty solid promise. Telegram is a company that has been established, a chat application, going on for a couple of years now. So again, they have been in the market for a while. Anyways, the SEC Division of Enforcement Co-Director Stephanie Avakin said, our emergency action today is intended to prevent Telegram from flooding the U.S. market with digital tokens that we allege were unlawfully sold. We allege that the defendants have failed to provide investors with information regarding Gram's and Telegram's business, operations, financial conditions, risk factors, and management that the securities law requires, right? Now, here's where my thing is. They are not a security. They're not selling a security, and they're not even they're not coming out with an IPO, right? But they are treating ICOs as they're treating ICOs as IPOs, right? Because that's the closest they can get it to, right? And yeah, I guess some people could use ICOs to get around and actually raise money from people without having to give a stake in the company, right? That could be pretty sweet. Anyways, I do believe they're mixing pears and apples, right? They're not comparing apples to apples and pears to pears, right? So, or apples to apples and oranges to oranges, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the saying is, right? I really doesn't matter, dude. The thing is that they're not being fair. They're trying to place it just like if you were talking about something else that is similar, and they're trying to apply those same rules to this. They're using an act of 1933 that I'm not sure when it got updated the last time, but that law is old, man. The internet wasn't even around, man. Many things weren't even around. So again, they should probably reconsider that Securities Act and maybe updating it, and if they want to include then ICOs or IEOs or whatever they want to include into it, cryptocurrencies as a whole, no, they should do it. Anyways, like I said, they're going for like financial conditions, risk factors. I mean, risk factors, yes, there are, but financial conditions, like the business operations, dude, you're going for an ICO. Like they're coming with a coin to be exchanged through their software. Does it matter what the company financials are? You're not investing in the company. You're not buying stock. Again, they are like misinterpreting. They're mixing and matching what they want, right? Anyways, the agency also stressed that the company can't avoid federal security laws just by labeling their product as cryptocurrency or a digital token. Again, are they trying to really get around that? I mean, they're coming out with it worldwide. They can still launch it elsewhere. I mean, at the end, they really could just even give it to the people in the US and not care. And then if the company is not even based in the US, I'm not sure where Telegram is based. I'm pretty sure they have offices worldwide. But if they're based somewhere else, they can really like just like give the finger to the US and like, you know, give the tokens out and not really give a damn about what the SEC says, right? Because it's their company, it's a private matter, and some government that probably doesn't even, like, the two guys that own it are Russian, right? So the government, you know, probably doesn't even have any jurisdiction over these two guys. I'm not sure if they live in the US or not. Anyways, you know, it's just kind of BS that they are trying to control something that they couldn't control, and they're trying to control it with stuff that it's not meant to be controlled. They're not regulating it, but they're okay taxing it, and they're okay like dictating what you can and cannot do with it. Well, if you want to do that, then just regulate it and come up with like sit down with like the cryptopreneurs, right? The guys that like are coming out with the ICOs and the IEOs and the exchanges, and really come up with a solid regulation for a solid taxation around this. And once you have this outline, then do come and tax it, and then do go after the people. But otherwise, you're just like they're running around like chickens without heads, man. They're really just like flapping their wings and trying to like stop whatever they can from happening, because they have no control over it, right? That's it, dude. They have no control over it because they don't want to regulate it, because they don't want to accept it. But it's here and it's going to stay, so they might as well accept it and get it over with quickly. Anyway, sorry for ranting a little bit. This really pisses me off a bit. Anyways, this other article, dude, I like the title. We didn't get wrecked. It says, everyone who got wrecked this week in crypto, right? A recap. I'm glad we didn't get wrecked because we're up to date with the news. Anyways, I was going to say that Monday, right? Major stories. The Quadriga CX, we didn't cover that because we don't cover that coin. Anyways, Tuesday, right? Reddit-based tip jar was closing its doors. I read that one. I didn't go into too much into detail, right? Bitfinex was appealing the New York court over demands by the Attorney General to compile documents during its appeal, right? It claimed that this was too costly, and the judge ruled in Bitfinex's favor. Anyways, Wednesday, right? Bitwise Bitcoin ETF got rejected, so again, not much you can do there. Then the IRS announced new tax guidelines. We kind of covered those briefly. We didn't go into detail. I have not read the guidelines yet still, but you know they're out there for you guys to check them out. Anyways, on Thursday, Binance CEO, right, and that whole WeChat and Alipay that we covered. And then on Friday, right, Telegram ICO is a security according to the SEC, kind of like what we covered in the previous article. But anyways, we didn't get wrecked. I mean, not price-wise. If you're like here, you know what we're talking about prices. You're probably prepared, and I hope you guys didn't get wrecked with the news and the analysis that we've been covering. So again, if you've been safe and taking good positions, there's no real reason why you should have gotten wrecked. Anyways, let's go look at market cap. What's going on with market cap on the daily? Is it loaded? Yeah, it's loaded. Awesome. Well, yesterday, kind of like an indecision day, right? Long wicks on either side with a very small body, looking like a spinning top. Just basically closing at 216.87 billion, which was 0.15% up. Right now, sitting at 217.0 billion. Basically 0.4% up right now. But again, this day just started 2 hours ago, so it still has a long way to go. What's happening with Bitcoin dominance? Well, Bitcoin dominance dropping yesterday 0.39%, and right now dropping still 0.21. Yesterday from an opening of 69.21, closing at 68.94, and right now sitting at 68.80. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, it depends. If you want to have a fair market, then yeah, it's good that Bitcoin dominance drops, right? If you just want a Bitcoin monopoly, then I guess it's bad. It depends on your outlook on this. I don't have any news for Bitcoin as a whole, so we're going to jump straight into the Bitcoin analysis. Bitcoin yesterday, negative Negative price, right? I'm gonna try to zoom this because it looks a bit off. Anyways, negative price yesterday, losing 0.31% of value. Right now, gaining a little bit, 0.19, sitting at $8,298.53. You know, that's it for the daily. I do want to look at the weekly because we just closed that. How do we close the weekly, man? Well, if you are looking at here, last week, even though we did lose some bit of money towards the end, you know, it still was a green candle, bullish engulfing that previous candle, which is good. Now we're starting this new week again, trying to get up. Hopefully, like I said, dude, we need to get above certain levels, right? So first, we need to get above the 8,437. Let's hope we can do it again. After that, we probably have that 20 MA and 200 MA that we need to get above on the daily, right? Where are we sitting on the daily? Right now, we are slightly above the 20 MA. Are we sitting above that 200 MA? That's the question. No, we're still below it, right? Again, so we need to get above this 8,437 and then try to get above that 200, and then maybe we can start looking at taking bullish positions or long positions on this. Like we said, being below the 200 MA does put us on that bear trend, or on the bear area, right? That we called. Usually when the market is bearish, we are below that 200 MA. So again, not the best outlook right now for Bitcoin. It's been weak. It has not been able to go up again. Let's see how this next couple days play out for Bitcoin, right? Anyways, going back to the 20. There we go. So what is happening with Bitcoin, right? Let's look at the other charts that we look at. Well, still on that 25 to 75% channel, starting to get contraction of the Bollinger Bands, sitting above that 20 MA, which is good. You know, contraction of the Bollinger Bands means volatility is out of the market again. We might get an explosive movement. We are starting to make less positive momentum again, you know, more or less neutral on that. And then we are sitting at 40.27 on the RSI, which puts us on that neutral zone, but certainly towards that sold area, right? What is happening here? Did we do something? Well, on the weekly, we have not yet developed anything. But you could, yeah, I mean, 84.65, 83. It is slightly lower, and this is lower. So again, you're not making any kind of bearish divergence here on the daily. Let's look at the the daily. Let's go look at the 4 hour, right, and see what is happening there. Anyways, before we do that, let's see where we're at on this other chart, right? Well, we are still below that 0.236, which would be the 8,493, right? We are still within this potential down falling wedge that we traced, you know, trying to get a bounce off it. Not looking very bullish still, but let's wait and see how this keeps on playing out. Right now, if you look at this, right, it looks like we are making just like a sideways movement, maybe slightly up sloping, right? I'll try to throw a channel here so you guys can see what I'm talking about, right? I'm not gonna pinpoint it. I just want to show you that this could be potentially what we're doing right now, upsloping channel, right? Again, let's go look at the chart that we regularly look at. That's one that I like the most. We have this because we have the immediate resistance to trades. Anyways, let's go look at the 4 hour, right? In the 4 hour, again, getting contraction on the Bollinger Bands, right? We broke down. Why we broke down? We'll try to find that out in a second. Stuff that I can't see quickly, right? We're not yet developing, but we could start to develop a bullish divergence. I'll talk about it in a second as well. And we are sitting at 46.10 on the RSI. Again, on that neutral zone, right? Why did I say that we could potentially make bearish divergence, right? Bullish divergence. Because we were going from here to maybe somewhere lower, right? Around this area, and that could be fine. And then we would be going from here to like somewhere around here maybe, right? Or even here. And then we could potentially develop that bullish divergence, sorry, and pump to the upside, right? We wouldn't have it on the RSI, but we would have it on the MACD, histogram, and on the against the price action, right? I'm hoping for that to play out so that we can see price action to the upside. Again, the reason for the breakdown, we don't have it here on the 4 hours. It is on the 1 hour. So let's go and check that out. On the 1 hour, right? What happened, man? Well, we kind of developed. See this right here? Like you'll see here the green number, right? It's 12.07. This right here, right? Your highs would be 11.51. So this is higher than this, right? So you'll be going like high to low. I'm just gonna exaggerate it because it's gonna look very flat if I put them right there, right? You probably see it slightly happening anyways. And here you will be going like low to high, right? So you are diverging on the top part, making bearish divergence. Price action to the downside. You were weak around that 8,400. We're not able to sustain prices above it, and definitely broke down on that divergence. Seeing negative price action, negative momentum right now. Starting to negate it a little bit. Let's see how this plays out. You know, impulse down, upsloping consolidation is not necessarily the best looking. That will be a bear flag that we will be making, at least in this shorter term. Right, this is more immediate term, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours or so. So again, not the best looking for Bitcoin, right? This could potentially mean another impulse down coming right now, at least the way it's looking, right? Remember, we talked about it. Any kind of upsloping consolidation is bearish in nature. You usually break down to the downside again. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 42. So again, you could run down again, and you have plenty of room to run down. Just be careful with your positions. You know, you could still run to the upside again. You know, do one of these like we've done it before, right? Like we break down, then we kind of flag, right? And then we like break to the upside. Broke down, kind of flag all the way upside, right? Making this like end-looking thing, right? Like reverse end. We do have those movements sometimes. However, this likely this could potentially break to the downside. Just keep in mind that it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to happen 100% yet. We have not developed any kind of divergence here for us to be able to call it, right? So again, let's wait and see how this plays out in the next couple of hours or so. Let's move on to Ethereum. What is happening with ETH? Well, Zcash will likely get a gateway into Ethereum's DeFi ecosystem. Like connection to other chains don't seem to be an Ethereum developer priority. Soma co-founder James Presswich told CoinDesk. The article is very small, so I'm probably gonna read out of it, all the parts, right? But other chains seem to want to connect to Ethereum. Josh Sweetheart, VP of Marketing and Business Development at the Electric Coin Company, told CoinDesk that over the next 6 months, the Zcash community will develop a wrapped Zcash token that can be used on the Ethereum blockchain. The privacy coin may one day become a conduit for private automated loans and financial products. That, I guess, that could be interesting, though I don't know why they're going. I mean, they have their own like blockchain system, right? Why go and clutter more the Ethereum network when it's already having problems with an oversaturation, right? Sitting at 80% or something like that once Fairwind kind of dropped out of it. So again, yeah, this would be done through the same type of wrap token the cross-chain working group co-founded by Presswich is building to enable Bitcoin usage on the Ethereum blockchain. Again, why do you want to use Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain if Bitcoin already has its own network and it's working? You know, it's just bringing more workload into Ethereum. You know, I'm not sure how good or bad this is for the Ethereum ecosystem, but you know, whatever, man. If they want to do it, they'll probably still go ahead. Anyways, this president captured the imagination of the team's president at DEF CON. Eventually, the interoperability might also be possible to lend Zcash privacy features to smart contracts, shielding information about who participated in a contract and what precisely was executed. I do believe that could be interesting, right? If you want to have a private contract where no one knows about it, right? Not just the smart contracts on Ethereum, but one that is protected with privacy from the Zcash, and that could potentially be good, right? I guess that would be a fair use for this. However, I'm not sure what else they're gonna get out of it. That is the only article I have for Ethereum. Let's go look at Ethereum on the daily. What is happening with Ethereum? Let's look at Ethereum dominance, right? Yesterday, gaining a little bit of dominance, 0.67%. Right now, gaining a little bit more, 0.39, sitting at 9.10% of market cap. Let's look at the price, sitting at $182.56. Yesterday, closing with positive price action. Right now, still making positive price action. Let's see where we're at. 182.56. Still making less positive momentum again. Not necessarily the best looking, right? You're going up here, you're going down here. And yeah, you're seeing at 49.62 on the RSI, which puts you in that neutral zone. This impulse would need to be a little bit stronger for this to become a green candle, right? Otherwise, from here to here, it's a very short term, right? It's a daily, but you know, you would like to see this developing over larger islands, and you could call something out. But right now, it would be like slant divergence, but it's just one candle away. I mean, it's too short of a pattern, right? Anyways, let's go look at the 4 hours. That's what we're seeing. Okay, sorry, I didn't say it. We are seeing some contraction of the Bollinger Bands as well, and sitting above that 20 MA. So again, not looking that bad at Ethereum, right? On the 4 hours, sitting below that 20 MA, solving the previous 24 hours, right? 24-hour candles. Some contraction of the Bollinger Band starting to happen with no bullish divergence developing, right? Low, higher low, making less negative momentum again, and same thing happened with the RSI. So again, just regular market movement, nothing too special going on here. Let's look at the 1 hour and see what's going on, right? On the 1 hour, contraction of the Bollinger Bands, right? We are channeling, trying to get above that 20 MA. Right now, apparently, we're just at it. Negative momentum certainly decreasing. Again, recovering much better than Bitcoin is, right? It's almost at the same height prior to that dump that Bitcoin took. Sitting at 51.31%, yeah, 51.31 on the RSI. And then, yeah, that's it for Ethereum, right? Not much I can see here. I'm trying to figure out, this is definitely higher. Is this 0.20? 0.21. It's very, very slight. You would have like hidden bullish divergence, right, from here to here, and then like from here to here. It'd be very, very slight. You wouldn't have it on the RSI, and the RSI would with the market. So again, potential price continuation. That'll be it for this. I didn't check something on Bitcoin on the daily, and I kind of forgot to do it. Not sure yet if this island's gonna be done yet or not, but could be a potential, right? From here to here, and from here to here, you will be making hidden bearish divergence. So again, price continuation. But I want to look at something on the weekly. So again, just give me 1 second. Yes, these new candles starting to stagnate this negative momentum that we were developing on the weekly. Again, potentially being good, right? Trying to see if we were making any kind of divergence, right? I guess the only one we could call right now would be from here to here. Hell, would be from here to here, and that would be like hidden bullish divergence, right? That's about it. Nothing else I can say on Bitcoin, right? And I don't really like this because we're going above candles, anyways. That'll be it. So again, let's go back to Ethereum so I can finish it off, and then move on to Ripple, I guess. Yeah, that's it for Ethereum, right? Like, we just got above that 20 MA on the 1 hour. Again, negating that negative momentum. Hopefully, we can start making new positive momentum in this, right? Not looking as bad as Bitcoin, right? Again, the only thing that I can see quickly is that you're not making like a upsloping channel yet. You are upsloping. You are consolidating upsloping. However, I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. Something like this, maybe. Like upsloping Browning wedge. I mean, I doubt it, man. This is certainly a bullish reversal pattern, right? Like 3 white soldiers developing. Sorta. The candles need to be a little bit larger, but you could say it's more or less the same principle. So again, it's pretty good to see 3 green candles going on after that impulse down. Certainly meaning that we could reverse that downsloping trend that this was bringing in. Probably on the hack and sheet candles, we're also gonna see that we're making like green candles now. Yeah, again, that trend shifting, right? See how this keeps on floating to the upside, right? Still within that downsloping channel, right? The more major downsloping channel. So again, not very bullish on this until we break out of this channel that we've been in for like since July probably. So again, let's go on to Ethereum and figure out what is going on with Ethereum, right? Sorry, not Ethereum, Ripple. Ripple, the website known as Ledger. Exposed, created by Value XRP community member Wits a Wind. It's a very short, like it has like no text, so sorry. Created by Value Wits a Wind shows some new information regarding the current accumulation status of XRP holders, right? And then they have this chart. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it there at your houses, so I'll try to zoom in here for you guys. Might be a little bit better, I guess. Right. Anyways, this would be accounts like to 0.01%, right? Which balance more than or equal to like 15,450,203 XRP, and the trend, right, it has been increasing. So again, you can see that all the trends have been increasing, right? Meaning that there's more people holding these values, right? So again, a person that holds like 10%, right, or the top 10%, right, would be at 2,691. So as over the last 3 months, all percentage shares of XRP holders have been accumulating, and the rise is actually pretty significant now. To be a top 1% holder, right, which will be here, you will need to hold 70,000 XRP, and about a month ago, you only needed 64,000 XRP. So again, this is so that you are within that 1% of people that own. So 1% of the 100%, it's a lot of the supply, right, or a lot of the circulating supply. So again, this you'll be in the top 10 percentile, let's say, right? So you will be holding more than 90% of the people that hold XRP. Is it good? Is it bad? I believe it's skewed because you're not considering what is on. You're not considering what is on the escrows, right? And that's still being held by Ripple, even though it's not sold. It's still owned by Ripple. So again, anyways, I also have this other article for Ripple says it is in its recent investment in Vega Protocol is designed to help spread adoption of XRP in the world of derivatives. Vega Protocol recently raised $5 million from a number of investment firms, including Ripple's Xspring, in order to help build and roll out its decentralized derivatives platform. In a new blog post, Ripple Director of Strategic Growth for Xspring, Vanessa Pestrito, said that a San Francisco startup is focused on boosting adoption and decentralized finance, also known as DeFi, right? We talked about DeFi before. Exploring this developing industry requires building partnership with and investing in great teams that are aligned with the future of the finance. As we build out our own engineering team, Xspring will continue to engage with DeFi teams and communities to support the future of DeFi, including the derivatives industry, which is a $1 trillion market. Now, this premise for collateralizing assets to work in an interoperable environment was most appealing as the explorer of new use cases for XRP and futures of decentralized finance. Now, Vega's vision to create an open and decentralized network will enable the freedom to trade and make capital markets broadly available. Vega will continue to build their network and explore opportunities to add assets as collateral, including XRP. Again, this could certainly bring a little bit more adoption towards XRP, right? So what is going on with XRP? What is going on with XRP on the daily, right? Gaining dominance yesterday. Again, looking very nice, man. Like yesterday, gaining 1.63%. Right now, going up 2.09%, sitting at 5.66% of market cap. That's pretty nice. Price of Ripple. What is it doing, man? Well, some nice price action, right? You called it, William James. He said that XRP was being nice. Yes, it is being nice. It didn't take a dump as hard as the rest, but again, it's already quite low enough. I do like, the only thing I do like here on the daily is that we are above that 27,911, right? We were below it yesterday, I think. As you can see, we closed below it again. Right now, we're above it. Again, that's good, right? We're moving on to the next areas. Volatility is still open, sitting above that 20 MA, making positive momentum. The only thing I don't like about this positive momentum, and I think I talked about it yesterday, is that we're going here, and then you'll be going like from here to here, right? So again, you will be making right now where you're sitting at with still the whole day to go, but against the MACD histogram, we would be making bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. So again, let's see how this candle closes, and then the next candle, depending on whether or not we negate this tomorrow, we'll be able to tell whether or not we will make bearish divergence that could potentially bring price action to the downside. yeah, let's go in, sitting at 60.25 on the RSI, which puts us really in that yeah, certainly in that bought area, right? Slightly bought, but certainly in that bought area. Anyways, let's go for hours. What's going on in the 4 hours, man? Some nice pump right after that impulse down. I do like that we were kind of supported by this channel we had trades. Not channel, but more or less triangle, right? We broke out of it. We're breaking out of it. Kind of fell back into it, right? Almost overbought, yeah. Not overbought, bro. So on the daily, this would be bought, right? This area, and then overbought would be out here. So above that 70 on the RSI puts you at overbought. So you're bought, and then like maybe around here you will be like highly bought, and then like outside of the 70 you're overbought, right? So again, you are right now you're flirting with the neutral zone that is below 60 and just 60, right? So again, just bought but barely, not too bought. Anyways, that's where you would be at, right? Anyways, here you can also this divergence that I just called out on the daily. You can also see it happening here, right? Is this green line here? From here to here, you're going slightly higher. However, this is still developing, right? I'm not sure how high we're going to go. We certainly could run to the top of the channel, and that would be valid for a move. A measured move from high to low would certainly see us somewhere around this area. But we right now we would also be making that not within the same island, but from this island to this island, we would be making bearish divergence. You will also have it on the RSI, right? On the RSI, you will be going from here to here. Here you will be going from here to here, right? And then you can see it here on the price. Anyways, I'm going to go to this. I already called it on the daily. We have it in the 4 hours. Let's see if we have it on the 1 hour, right? Also, yeah, sitting high on the RSI at 65. So again, bought, but a little bit higher. 15 minutes is way over. What do you mean 15 minutes is way over? Looking at the 15-minute chart. Yeah, I'll check it out. Just give me 1 second. Running the scales, right? Anyways, nice recovery on Ripple. Again, impulsing up nicely, sitting at 28 cents or 28.507 cents. I didn't call the price of Ripple when we started this. So again, we would have to go to the more immediate, right? And it would be here. From here to here, you're going lower yet, and from here to here, here to here, you'll be going higher, right? So you'll be going from here to here, and then from here to here. Sorry. Right now, from here to here. And you're going lower on your RSI. You are going a little bit higher. So again, you don't have it on the RSI, but against the histogram, you would have bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. This really needs to pump, at least get to 0.0000228. Right now, it's sitting at 0.00025. Again, this getting a little bit higher would certainly put it on like weak bearish divergence if you match it, and then over that, you would certainly be on that safe zone. David, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday night, brother. How's it going? Anyways, yeah, that'll be it for Ripple, right? We're just getting across off the MACD over the signal line. We do get those nice impulses. Look, we got this nice green bar going up. Second bar happening again. Looking bullish right now. I'm not sure if we're gonna get another green bar because of this divergence that we're making, right? On the daily, on the 4 hour, and right now, even here, we are making it. So again, just be careful with it. You were talking about the 15-minute, man. Let's go look at that 15-minute, right? Yeah, on the 15-minute, you're way out here, right? You're like overbought for sure. 76.78. Again, low, high, you're going higher. Low, high, you're going higher. Again, here you don't have that bearish divergence. However, you are making now a red candle. Dude, this looks really nice, bro. 1, 2, 3. You could have certainly placed, and it's a very short movement, but you know, this don't look that bad here in this chart. We don't have any bullish divergence though, so I would like to see some bullish divergence, right? That would have certainly justified this movement a little bit better. So right now, I guess what we could say, right? I'm back into the 1 hour, right? This impulse down, let's say it was BS. Right, we had it because Bitcoin just went down. Yeah, watch out, man. Like I said, that that bearish divergence that we are potentially developing, right? It's not finished yet. Could bring red candles, right, in the next maybe the next hour or two. Depends, man. We can still go to the upside a little bit more. We'll wait and see, man. This is just one candle, right? This could still undevelop, right? You could still have more price action to the upside, negate that divergence, right? We're just seeing it right now, and we're saying they see potential, right? It will be going from here to here, and then from here to here, right? You're going lower. So again, this can get negated very quickly, man. Just this impulsing up a little bit more would certainly negate it. Anyways, we do have it in the 4 hours, but again, like I said, we are making these new bar of positive momentum. So again, this could still go on developing. However, you need to get to this height, right? Which would be 00250. Right now, you're seeing at 00094. Have a long ways to run before you actually negate that bearish divergence, right? And this is the only thing that will happen is you'll go higher, and here you might not even get to this high, and then have that divergence and break down. However, like I said, this is still developing. It's just stuff that you should keep in your mind, so that when you take a position, you know that it could happen or not, and you just keep on monitoring when the stream is done, and you know what we're looking for to expect either price action to the downside, or if it gets negated, then you could still go running a little bit more. Like I said, certainly you could run to that upper part of the channel, right? That 29 cent area, 29.79 cent, right? That would be like more or less the move from high to low, or from high to low here. You certainly get maybe even to this red line, right? That would be the 236 at 0.2912. So again, this is still on developing, and if depending on how much more time it takes us to finish the news and the other analysis that we do, we will come back and check on it when the hour ends and see where we actually closed and how the new candle is starting to develop, and we'll get a better feel for Ripple. Now let's go on to Litecoin. We do have an article for Litecoin. It's kind of like a BS article that I found. However, it does share some truths. It says Litecoin price may be affected due to a broke Litecoin foundation. We kind of talked about that yesterday. We didn't have an article. We said there were rumors going around that the Litecoin foundation was broke. So the Litecoin foundation, like $1 million income, was from a donation of $830,000 and a total income from merchandise sales, which amounted to around $200,000, right? Now, supposedly the merchandise sales refer to the sales of shirts with HODL printed on them and revenue from the Litecoin Summit. Now, the Litecoin Foundation lost $80,000 on merchandise, which was originally cost $280,000, but sold for $200,000, right? That is amazing, dude, how they do business. Hey, John Smith, how's it going, man? Litecoin is just overbought from its low in December. Maybe on the RSI it's not showing overbought, but it might be overbought. Anyways, the thing here is, look at the numbers, dude. They printed $280,000 worth of merchandise, and they sold it for $200,000. No wonder they're broke, dude. They can't even sell stuff right. They're losing money on their sales. They're losing money on their merch. That's not how you run a foundation, dude. You know, it's not a charity, you know, that someone donated the shirts. They actually printed them, and they're not even breaking even on the shirts. They're losing money, so of course they're gonna be broke, man. You know, they depend on people to buy their stuff, and they sell it at discounts, or they're not even pricing them right. You know, I'm not sure where they're losing their money, but it's just dumb the way they do business. It's about selling shirts more than the coin. Yeah, like the founder, right, Charlie Lee, said that the foundation has estimated its runway to stretch over a period of 1 to 2 years, subjected upon the Litecoin Summit finances. He added that currently Litecoin Foundation has around $200,000, right? Now, Litecoin Foundation spends $137,000 on staff, $36,000 on its marketing, over $24,000 on legal charges, and $4,000 on its advertising, right? So again, just doing quick numbers, right? So 36 plus 4,500, that puts you at 4,500. And then if you add 24,500, that will put you at 6,500. And then you add that to 137, and you run out of the 200,000 that you say you have to run this, right? Anyways, last year, the foundation acquired 10% of WG Bank with a choice to get another 80%. This opinion may have cost them over $2 million, right? 2.8 million. This option, sorry, should have cost them 2.8 million. Litecoin Foundation is currently spending $1,500 on cloud and software services. This may only be the cost of the foundation's website and does not include the development cost or charges. Now, this may be since the foundation doesn't really possess anything, right? Charlie Lee sold all of his Litecoin in Q4 of 2017, right, making himself a millionaire, right? So again, he's probably he's there just to show face, man, because he sold out of his company, right? It's not even his company. He sold out of the token that he created, he represented, because he probably knew that. I'm not even sure if this coin, like, I'm on the fence right now on this coin because I do want to say some stuff, but then, you know, I do try to be as neutral as I can, and if I say it, then it will sound as though I'm not neutral. So I think I'm just gonna like hold it in because I do believe the coin could have potential long term. I'm not sure if it will have it because the guy who owns it no longer owns it, right? Hey, Free TV Addict, how's it going, man? How's life? I think you said you were in prison, so I'm gonna ask you, dude, how's life from prison? Crypto Keeper Trader, man, how's it going? Litecoin made millionaires? Yeah, I don't doubt it made millionaires. These guys out, the guy who owns it, it's like sold all of his positions. So again, how would you feel if you own like? I'm just gonna like go out and limp here. Let's say you own Tesla, right? And you had all your shares and you sold them all. All of a sudden you're holding 0 shares, but you're still going out there telling people to like, you know, buy Tesla when you don't believe in your project. That's why you sold out of it, right? Yeah, you took your money and run. He didn't even buy in when it was at $25 again, I think. So again, he probably doesn't even believe in the stuff that he's selling, right? He's just out there. There were rumors that there didn't have any people working on development. Prison commentary. Yeah, prison crypto. I'm not sure, dude. I think he said once that he was watching us from his cell. I'm like, what, dude? Really? Dude, Free TV Addict, you know, we love you here, man. I'm just messing around with you. I see nothing but bad things about Litecoin. Yeah, same thing, man. I only get bad articles about Litecoin here, man. So again, I'm not sure what to make of this coin, man. See, that's why I'm on the fence, dude. The guy sold out of his position. The foundation is kind of broke. They're not even doing business right. I'm wondering what's going to be in the future for these guys, right? So again, I'm not seeing a clear picture on the fundamentals, right? So it all comes down to technicals. But if there's no backing, right, there's no development, this thing will just like die out, right? It'll just slowly bleed out. So again, not 100% sure on that. Like, he's selling coins that he doesn't believe in because he's not holding any, right? It's different if you come here and sell me a Honda and you own a Honda, right? Than if you come and sell me a Honda and then you own like a Chevrolet, right? It's like, why are you selling? You don't even believe in the brand you're selling, man, right? It looks like it'll die off. Yeah, man, that's something I do fear. Like I said, dude, I don't want to talk BS about the coin, but it's just not looking very strong, man. That's all I can say. So what is going on with Litecoin, man? Where are we sitting at? Yesterday, positive, right? Like 1.28% up right now. Going up slightly, 0.11 of dominance, sitting at 1.66. Where are we sitting at in price? Well, $56.75. What's happening? Well, we're getting rejection right at the mid part of the channel yesterday. We're starting to run up again today, slightly facing some rejection, right? Sitting above that 20 MA finally. Starting to channel, right? That volatility leaving. Boundary bands contracting. Free TV Addict, Litecoin, Hood Farm, I hustle for my crypto. Yo, yo, what's up, dude? Anyways, sitting at 41.85, making positive momentum still. Definitely lower than this, right? So again, that's something I like. You're going down, so you're not making any bearish divergence yet. Let's go to a more micro scale, 4 hours, man. What is happening above that 20 MA? Breaking down a little bit. Why did we break down? That was probably because Bitcoin brought us down on this 4 hour candle, right? Brought everyone down. Making a more or less stagnant momentum, right? Slightly lower than this, very slight. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 50.06. Again, nothing I can call here. Higher, lower, right? You're lower also. So again, you're just going with the market. Sitting below that midline of the channel of the upsloping channel, right? That we're in. Anyways, let's go into the 1 hour, man. volatility opened on the Bollinger Band. It's probably from this movement of this candle. We are trying to recover, not quite there yet. There's other coins that have recovered nicely. I need to get some crypto. I need some of that crypto to go up. Yeah, which one? Litecoin? You need Litecoin to go up? What price did you get in? Anyways, negative momentum still dying off, sitting at 52.03% off market cap. Yeah, that's it for this, man. Not seeing anything here that I can call on the 1 hour. Low, high, right? You're going higher. Again, here you're kind of lower. Again, you're low. So my next negative island will be down here. And I guess we can take this one. But then you'll kind of be going high, right? At least to here, you will be going higher. And from here to here, you will be going higher as well. So you're really not making anything, right? So I was trying to see if we're doing something there. We're not. Closer, high, you know, like that's not doing anything, man. Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, Ethereum need to go up. Yeah, I think a lot of cryptos need to go up, man. And it was getting a red candle developing right now on the 1 hour. Again, I'm not even sure what I should do with this Litecoin, bro. I'm not even sure if I should keep on covering it or not. The news, whenever there's very few when they come out, they're just negative news. Coin's not really doing anything. I mean, I just covered because in the top 5, but let's say my belief in this coin is no longer there right now. They do need to like come up with some good news or something that would potentially get me pumped about this coin again, because right now it's just like, you know, kind of whatever, man. Anyways, Binance. This article is not exactly for Binance. It's just someone talking BS about Binance. Calvin Ayre, which is a supporter of a Bitcoin SB, has been increasingly critical of Binance, even outright saying that the exchange is operating on borrowed time. We kind of talked about that earlier in another article on another stream. In a recent tweet, he said that the exchange native's currency, Binance Coin, is a house of cards. He claims that Binance has no utility, it's propped up by market manipulation, and inherently has no value. Shame how many are going to get hurt when this all collapses. I don't buy that, man. Binance does work with an exchange, right? They are the exchange's coin. You do get benefits when you get out of positions into Binance and buy into Binance, right? They have futures. They have lending. They have a U.S. exchange, right? So again, am I buying what this guy's saying? No, man. It has utility. Dude, if I get a discount for taking positions with Binance and getting out of positions with Binance, and I get discounts on that, I'm going to probably use Binance. So it does have a utility case. It's only within the exchange? Yeah, it's only within the exchange, right? You cannot do it for anything else, but it does have a use case within its environment. So again, you know, I'm not buying what this guy says. Anyways, on another tweet, he also criticized Binance directly. He claims Changpeng Zhao is a con, and that the exchange Binance is not long for the world. Anyways, Ayre had also previously called Zhao a scammer. Is Binance a what, David? You kind of like lost me there. Laughed my ass off. I wanted to ask if Binance was available in the US yet. I'd already signed up, but it said it wasn't. No, Binance US is already available. It's been out for like 3 weeks or so. 2 weeks maybe. But there's states that are not listed. There's 13 states that are not listed. We covered those in an article. I'll try to post the link, and if I can't find it, I'll send you the link via like Discord or something, right? So yeah, again, it depends on the state that you're in. Yeah, Crypto Keeper Trader does know what we're talking about. Crypto Keeper Trader, I do have a question. Do you live in the UK, or are you just from the UK but live in America? Anyways, meanwhile, here are the tweets. I'm hearing this Binance coin is a house of cards, you know, prop based on market manipulation, you know, whatever stuff we covered. And then here, him being like, he is a con and Binance is not long for the world. Anyways, yeah, that's it, man. Not much going on with Binance today on the news, except for that, you know. And I don't believe, and I'm not buying them, dude. I am coming out and saying I'm not buying them, right? What is happening here? Anyways, which exchange are you using, David? They were looking for any. Me? You're asking me, or you're asking David? because he's looking for an exchange. You're mentioning Hex. I'm not sure, Hex Coin or something, dude. I haven't looked at it, man. Cool. You raced out of Europe. Awesome, Brandon. You're looking at us at then like freaking like what time is over there, man? Like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, depending on where you're looking at. Like almost 5 in the morning. Shit. Thanks for tuning in, man. I do appreciate it. Nothing wrong with Coinbase, dude. I do have Coinbase as well. I do like their earn part, right? That you get free crypto just for like doing like small quizzes. Gemini, yeah. I'll check Hex, man. Send me something on the Discord about it if you have the website or something, and I'll look into it. I have not looked into them, man. I only try to keep up with like whatever is interesting on the crypto space, right? Um, but there's just so much time I have during the day, man. So again, if you send me stuff, I'll look at it, and if I believe it's good enough to like put on the stream, yeah, I'll like talk about it, right? So send me that info, and I can certainly look it up. Anyways, what is happening with Binance, right? Dominance yesterday gaining 6.17, recovering dominance. That's good. 6.17 right now, going up 0.45, sitting at 1.32% of market cap. Binance having a nice day, sitting at $18.40, dude. It has recovered nicely from the $14-15 that it was at. So again, if you're bought down here, you probably made like $3 on the way up. That's probably good, right? Breaking out of this down sloping channel again. Let's see how that move plays out for us. We're going from high to low, right? Or at least the length of the channel. So again, breaking out of it would certainly see us at around prices of $24 if we hit a major move. However, for that to happen, Bitcoin has to allow it. So Bitcoin has to want to play ball. We are seeing, dude, the only thing I do like is that we got a little bit of contraction of the Bollinger Bands. We are expanding them, right? So again, we could potentially pump to the upside. Hey, Benny, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Even though if you tune in late, bro, it's all good, man. There's no early or no late, dude. Time is relative. I'm just going to say Yoda. I'm not even sure if Yoda said that, but it just feels right. Anyways, Mac D, what are we doing here, man? We are higher on the price again. Mac D is going higher. That's fine. We're not making any kind of divergence yet here, right? Low, high, and low, high on the RSI. So again, that's fine. Sitting at 54.45 on the RSI, putting us on the neutral zone. Let's go into the 4-hour, man. In the 4-hour, man, kind of like hitting something up here with the Bollinger Bands, right? Topping off, kind of like rounding off a little bit. Did we do something, man? Yeah, we did. Low to high, right? Quickly, and high to low. So again, bearish divergence developing, potential price action to the downside. You got this candle, right? You're trying to like negate it with this new candle. Again, it's potential, right? We could still create like new islands within the island, right? New highs. So again, not just because we developed it, we're going to get a red price, but, you know, this is kind of congruent. The last candle, Bitcoin brought everyone down with them. Apparently, this bounced off a little bit better than everyone else. We'll check it out in the 1 hour. Do we have this divergence here as well? Yeah, we do, from here to here, right? So we'd also have that divergence developing on the 4 hours. Let's hope we can negate this, and then we can continue to run to the upside again. Looking very nice right now. If we would have rounded off, and it wouldn't have technically been a head and shoulders, right? Because we definitely would have to come at least somewhere around this area, right? And then make another shoulder here. But I would have been worried about making a head and shoulders, right? Like from here to here, and then the head, and then maybe another shoulder. But we're not doing that. So again, that's fine. We just seem to be on an upsloping trend right now, right? So that's what I'm going to place here right now. So a slight upsloping trend. It's like a little bit explosive. So again, those impulses up like that usually do tend to come with retracement. So watch out for that as well. That's it for this on the 1 hour. Let's go into the on the 4 hour. Let's go into the 1 hour. Above that 20 MA with volatility open on the Bollinger Bands, expanded due to this candle like being a prick from Bitcoin, you know, coming down and bringing everyone down with it. Are we doing something here, man? High. You know, here you had that bearish divergence, right? You kind of not really care much for it. You just flagged and then impulsed up again. And then Bitcoin here brought you down for sure. And you had negated that divergence again. That's the sad part. You would be going from here to here, right? Which would be higher. You're going from here to here, right? And then if Bitcoin hadn't tanked, you probably would have flagged nicely and then probably run up again. But it's not doing that. Just bought ICX icon near all-time low. No FOMO. Just happy and crossing fingers for a massive pump. With my luck, it dumps. I'll sell the damn thing pumps. Yeah, we'll check it out, bro, for sure. So are we doing something on the bottom part? 1380. No, we're slightly lower here. So again, low, high, right? Low, higher, low on the momentum. And on the RSI, more or less neutral. So again, the only thing I do like on the RSI is that it's a straight line. So again, from here to here, on the shorter term, right, you're going straight. I just leave it with that gap so you guys can see it. And then from here to here, again, you will be going higher. So again, you would have potentially, right, like some sort of like hidden bullish divergence developing. Not sure if we're gonna get it, because this likely, if this still goes up a little bit, this is gonna pump to the upside and then it's gonna negate it. But right now it looks like we could be developing it. This being at 60.06 and this being at 60.41, you kind of have it, right? It's slightly higher, so you'll be inclining. So you would have that divergence, but anyways, this going up a little bit, like I said, might negate it, and then this will certainly go up, and then you wouldn't have it anymore. So again, just it's very slight, but it's there, right? Hidden bullish divergence. Anyways, that's it for Binance. So CryptoDog keeps on tweeting bullish on XRP. Who is CryptoDog, man? A lot of people, dude, that have like strong feelings about a coin will always type bullish comments of the coins. And in the XRP community, there's a lot of XRP evangelists, right? That will always be telling you should hold, you should always add more XRP. It doesn't matter if it goes down to 0, you should add more XRP. Even if it's on negatives, you should add more XRP, right? Again, be smart, man. Some people hodl, and that's fine, and that's a strategy. Some people trade, and that's fine, and that's a strategy. So again, you can do either or, right? Like I told you guys, I do have a portion that I do keep hodl, and then I do have a portion that I do use for trading, and then I'm fine with that, right? I do have a part that I put it there, right, for long term, and I'm just not gonna touch it. And then I do have a part that I will move around for the shorter term, potential short gains. And then at the end, I'm gonna compare which one made me more money, right? And you know, it's just an experiment for me, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. Even though I know I should probably trade it, I do want to see what potential gains I get if I just hodl a portion and then trade a portion. Anyways, yeah, that's it for Binance, right? Are we doing something yet? No, high, low, high, lower, high, right? So it's very small island of positive momentum. Again, the only thing I don't like is if this runs to the upside, right? It's potentially going to get negated. Look, we just got a spinning top, right? This means indecision going on, right? The market doesn't know where it wants to go. High, low, bulls and bears battling it for this area. Again, got rejected by that midline of the channel. We probably can try to run up again. And if we get rejected, man, we might start to break down a little bit more. Just a trader, and he's got a dog as his profile picture, so he's pretty cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, some people will always tell you to go bullish. Anyway, starting to make that positive movement, 0.07% up. Again, after a spinning top, usually you get the next candle, and if that candle, like, it's, you know, depending on where it goes to, then that will determine the following trend. You need to build your hodl and trade 10%. Yeah, dude, you know, whatever, man. Yeah, if that's your strategy, that's fine, bro. You can hodl 90%, trade 10. You can hodl 50%, trade 50. You can hodl 70, trade 30. Or you can hodl the opposite, right? You can hodl 30 and trade 70. That's up to you, man. Anyways, that's it for Binance. The market, the hour just ticked, so I do want to go back and look at Bitcoin real quick, see where we're at. Again, upsloping channel, right? I'm not really bullish on this. Why? Impulse down, upsloping consolidation usually means bear flag, you know, potential to break to the downside. We're making a slightly red candle right now. It's sitting at 0, but looking red. Maybe we move down slightly to the downside. Anyways, just watch out for these new developments that come out on Bitcoin, and then just remember that this usually is bearish in nature. Ethereum, what is going on with Ethereum on the hour, right? Ethereum recovered nicely, man. Almost has recovered its whole dump from Bitcoin going down at 3 p.m. So that is pretty good. You know, again, it will put it on this nice sideways trend that it was in. So not doing anything, right? It's just recovering to that price of like doing nothingness. But at least it's not dumping like Bitcoin, right? And that's a good part. And recovering much better than Bitcoin. And Ripple, right? It just recovered everything that it dropped, right? So this was the dump from Bitcoin right at 3 p.m., bringing everyone down in a scare with it, dude. A lot of people FOMOing out here, man, and I'm sorry for them because they probably got wrecked by just running out of this and then, opening some gappage. I'm not sure why we're getting gappage, but shit, I forgot to put the music back on. I'll put it back on after this news, this light commercial ends. Anyways, pumping to the upside, right? 1, 2, 3. I told you next candle potentially will be green. Because it's usually bullish, right? Like 3 white soldiers. Even though for 3 white soldiers, you do want to see larger candles. This one being small really like kind of negates that. But the psychology is more or less similar, right? 1, 2, 3 candles green. Could potentially get right impulse up. You could flag, or you can run up a little bit more with a new candle and then flag. Oh man, it's starting to come down. Snap. Anyways, yeah, like I said, we could flag, right? And that will be fine. We are sitting outside of the Bollinger Bands, so there's a tendency to want to come back into this. Again, the Bollinger Bands being 2 standard deviations away from the from the midline and the price action, right? So again, it is a statistical deviation that we're away from that, right? Like 2 sigma or 2 standard deviations. And that'll put that all the movements should be usually within, like, I can't remember if it's like 92% or 98% within the Bollinger Bands. They should be contained, right? Anyways, I don't have my statistical data with me right now, but it's a certain percentage that everything falls within that, right? So like 2 standard deviations, I think it's like 98%. I'm not, I can't remember that. Anyways, you like Ethereum? Hodling a bit of that, yeah, that's fine, bro. Ethereum. The only thing I don't like about Ethereum right now is that they have like the network being saturated, right? So again, that's the only thing I'm not digging about them. Anyways, dude, like we called this out, right? Did we go higher? Yeah, we did go higher. But again, you also have this high over here. So high to low, right? Then we're going from here to here. Then you have bearish divergence, right? This one kind of got negated, but the one from here to here, right? You went slightly higher. So again, but this being within the same island, you can certainly take this one, right, and go from here to here, and then say like, man, look, we're making bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. We got it. Here it wasn't just Bitcoin that brought us down. You were going here higher, right? So from here to here, we're going higher as well, and then you will be going from here to here, then, right? And then you had bearish divergence, price action to the downside, and you kind of broke it with this. Just be careful because we talked about this divergence developing. So again, potential price action to the downside, and we might get it. So be careful with that. We might get it as a long shot, or we may get it as a flag, but we are probably going to go down. This, like I said, this positive momentum is still developing. So again, we could just keep on making more positive momentum. Let's wait and see how this actually plays out before we actually do call something, right? Anyways, this candle would have been here, right? So again, and if we go here, then which would be this candle, right? We'll be going from here to here, and then we'll be going. You could even go from here to here, right, and have that bearish divergence. So again, but since this new candle is still propping us up on divergence, this red candle right now, that's why I'm taking this one, and you can still go here. That's fine. CRX, I don't think much about them. The only thing I like about CRX is that they're a privacy token, right? So again, that certainly has potential and does have certain uses. Let me just do the quick run through, and then we'll go through that, right? So again, breaking below that 20 MA on Litecoin, surprise, not looking too bullish again. And then Binance, what it's doing, is just sitting there. Anyways, so let's run through the rest of the coins, right? So we'll look at XLM, we'll look at Seller, we'll look at CRX, and then we'll also look at the coin. Is it like XRP? No. No, CRX is different, dude. It's a privacy coin. Everything is private on that. I think you can have some transactions that are like visible, and then some private transactions. No, I think, yeah. It is pretty sweet though. Everything in there is like private, so no information gets disclosed of the amount that is being sent, the amount that's being received on their wallet, etc. So it's private. Anyways, where is my XLM? Here's the XLM chart. This is the one we like. Yes, like I said, dude, we are channeling. We have been like ranging in this area for a while, right? The 0.065 and the 0.057. Again, is it doing something interesting? Well, not really, dude. It's just like Ethereum, right? It looks a little bit more like Ethereum than Ripple. It just recovered almost to that same level that Ethereum has recovered on this dump at 3 p.m. It wasn't a large dump, but still happened, right? So again, recovering nicely right now, going slightly higher. So now it's starting to look a little bit more like Ripple. However, making a green candle right now. Is Ripple just switched also and make a green candle right now? I wonder, because usually they're both more or less correlated, right? So again, I'm gonna switch to Ripple real quick. No, still in a red candle, and then I'm gonna back to XLM, dude. Sometimes they do have similar movements, but both projects being really similar. Anyways, right now we're flatlining with this, making a new positive island, right? If look, the momentum right now is sitting at like minus 0.00001 something, right? And then again, this still has yet to develop. Stuff that can happen, right? Well, this still needs to develop, right? You're starting to get like 3 white soldiers, nice long green bar, another nice long green bar. Let's see how this one develops, and if this one comes in, it is a pattern reversal, right? A bearish reversal. So again, potential price action to the upside. Stuff I'm seeing real quick, right? That could potentially happen. You'll be going from here to like wherever this goes, right? So it might be lower. You could potentially make bearish divergence, break to the downside again. However, it's probably going to be the first green candle, so we just need to wait for it to develop, and then just keep on tracking it if you're going to place a trade on XLM, at least something short on the daily. Let's go into the daily, actually. We start off. So on the daily, you are starting to get like that 3 positive candles again. That's pretty good. Having volatility leaving, right? Contraction of the Bollinger Bands, making positive momentum still. Right here, real quick, right? High, low, high, low. So again, no bearish divergence within this candle. No bearish divergence from this candle. High to low, high to low. And on the other side, you're more or less neutral as well, right? So again, sitting here, it's below here. So again, you're kind of going with the market right now on the daily. So the only thing I do like is that we are, like I said, volatility leaving, right? We're almost on the top part of the Bollinger Bands. We could potentially explode to the upside again. That's the only nice thing about it. And right, Bollinger Bands, right? Usually you bounce between the bands. I think I've talked about that before, right? So usually like go see the top, and then you go see the bottom, and then you go see the top, and then you go see the bottom, and then the top. And then here you kind of like range and bounce off that 20 MA, see the top again, and the bottom, right? And then like here you kind of negated it. Didn't quite go down, but then you went up again, and then bounced off that 20 MA, and then you're trying to go up again. So again, this is looking pretty good, you know. That contraction of the Bollinger Band still showing on the 4 hours for sure. So again, violent movement could happen on this, and as you can see here, right, you can see the nice large movements, right? And as we start to channel, and that volatility leaves, look at how small the islands start to get, right? They start to get tinier and tinier and tinier, and then you get that explosive movement coming in when volatility rushes back in. Usually you pick up a lot of volume as well. Right now, like I said, it's fine. High to low, high to low. So again, you're going with the market in the 4 hours. And we already did the 1 hour, so not much there, right? Low to high. Hidden, so from here to here. Maybe going from here to here, maybe. I'll do it to this one there, and then we'll do it the same. I'll go to this one. So again, you would have a hidden bullish divergence price continuation usually. So again, being in an uptrend, that's probably why we're pumping to the upside. We don't have that. We do have that also here on the other side. So we'll be going from here to like here, more or less, right? So again, yeah, that's what you would be doing. Anyways, that's it for XLM. Like I said, just keep on watching this. Make sure you don't develop that bearish divergence, and then you can potentially make a position. However, right now, so next candle, if it's still positive, we're going to start making your new positive momentum, right? That might see you play to the upside. However, just keep in mind that divergence that we talked about, right? That'll be XLM. Now let's go to seller. Benny, are you still interested in us doing seller, man? Or if you're not interested, do let me know, and then we'll stop doing it. I was just doing it because you kind of had a position in it, but since you said you probably closed it, so if you don't want us to track seller anymore, just let me know, and then I'll stop doing seller, and then I can do other coins, right? Anyways, what is happening with seller, man? We had something up here. We did go down. So again, high to low, low to high. You had hidden bearish divergence, right? You also have it here. No, this is going lower because we kind of negated it. So you only have it on the RSI. this would be 16 and this would be 15, so slightly lower. Yes, you don't have it on the MACD histogram. You only have it against the RSI hidden bearish divergence price continuation. So again, maybe your downtrend will continue a little bit. I'll extend this channel because we're still inside of it, and that's all I'm gonna do with this on the daily. You know, trying to recover from that movement to the downside you probably got from Bitcoin, right? So movement from Bitcoin to the downside in the past 4 hours, recovered it. That's fine. You kind of wick to the upside again. Indecision, right? You got that pull up from the bulls. You have this pullback from the bears, making negative momentum still. So just trying to determine where we're at on these islands. 3 and 3. So you're going more or less straight from here to here, right? And then you'll be going higher. That would have you making a weak bearish divergence. So again, potential price action to the downs. Sorry, weak. You don't have that bearish divergence. Sorry, man. We're on the bottom part. Snap. Man, what the fuck? Sorry, if it's on the bottom part, we're making bullish stuff. If it's on the top part, right, of the oscillators or indicators, and then on the top part of the price range, right, the tops, you have bearish stuff happening. And then if it's on the bottoms, like from here to here, from here to here, you have bullish stuff happening. Sorry guys, I just got like twisted in my mind for a second. Yeah, you would have sorta hidden bullish divergence developing, kinda. You know, the only thing here is that you don't get to see the numbers after that 3, right? So it could be a little bit higher. If I put the line there, it looks more or less lined up, right? So again, and usually when you have 2 lines that are the same, then it would be a little bit wide. So again, you know, that's the only thing I don't like about this. So again, potentially you have that. Hey, later, David. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I appreciate it, man. So you have potentially hidden bullish divergence, price continuation. That'll be it. Now let's go look at yeah, Benny called a coin. I'm trying to figure out which one it was. I didn't write it down, so I'm gonna have to ICX. Okay, let's go look at ICX. ICX to the dollar is actually paired. That's nice. I'll look at the Binance chart first, see if we have gappage here. We apparently don't, so we'll do this one. Dude, what is happening, man? Is it at all-time lows? Dude, this is shit. Oh, dude. Damn. Yeah. I'm not sure what this is gonna do, bro. I do know you hold this, Benny, but it's just been more or less flat since November 2018, man. It just kind of had like a small bump and then like went down again. So not looking very bullish, right? I do agree with you that it's a cheap buy, but you know, yeah, I'm not sure what this is gonna do, bro. I'll do the analysis for it, but right now it's just looking flat on this area. Let's see here. 23915, 226. So again, from here to here, you're slightly higher. From here to here, you're lower. That will be hidden bearish divergence. Again, potential price continuation. I'm not sure where this trend will take you because it looks flat in the larger scale. So it could still mean you might go down a little bit, maybe. Right? And then you have this red candle, right? And then you're trying to recover right now. But being rejected by 20 MA. You're actually sitting at a 20 MA right now, but let's see how this develops, right? You're going lower, so you're within this island, you have nothing else going on. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 43.02. Let's look at the 4 hours, man, because in the daily, not much I can do there. Right, lower, again, that's fine. Just going with the market, so high, lower, high, nothing bearish, nothing bullish on the oscillators, right? So you'll be going higher again. You're going higher here. Yeah, nothing much here on the 4 hour, right? I mean, if I had to trace something that if I wanted to look a little bit bullish, I would certainly could do something like that and say you have like a sort of falling wedge, maybe. Icon is partnered with Samsung. That's pretty cool. Uh, yeah, that'll be it for the 4 hours, bro. And we're sitting neutral on the RSI at 48.85. Still making positive momentum. That's fine. Let's wait and see how this keeps on developing on the 4 hours. Let's go into the 1 hour. See, here you had bullish divergence, and it didn't play out very strong, right? It kind of went a little bit lower, right? And then you went from here to zero still. So you had like bullish divergence, and then bullish divergence, and then bullish divergence, right? And then you kind of went down once, went down twice, and then still went from like here, which would be like 0 to here. So you have triple bullish divergence, and this all you managed to break to the upside, man. It's not looking that bad still, but you know, also not looking the best. This is certainly higher than this. So again, you're going with the market. But from here to here, you had slightly higher, right? And then you went from here to low, right? So you develop bearish divergence, price action to the downside. You broke down this, like, you know, Bitcoin did the same. So again, went down with it. And right now you're trying to pump to the upside again. Let's wait and see how this plays out right now, because this is... what was this? Opening 16863. 166 16866. So this is slightly higher, right? And then you'll be going from here to slightly lower, right? Again, just do keep that in mind. You can still make more of this bar, and that'll be fine, right? But again, if you don't, then you will be making bearish divergence, price action to the downside. Just keep an eye out for that, right? Galaxy phone can store ICX. That's cool, bro. I didn't know that. So I'll definitely look at those news, bro. If you have something, send it to me on Twitter or Discord, and I'll look at that. I know Samsung is bringing a lot of support for a lot of tokens. So again, yeah, this might start pumping. Are those news recent, or are they older? Because if they're older, that price action to the upside probably already played out, right? So again, but if they're new and no one knew about them, you could potentially see a play up on that. Anyways, that'll be it for Icon, right, or ICX. Now I will look at CRX. Someone asked for CRX. I think it was William. I do have a CRX open, man. Where is it? I think I already have a chart for that. Yeah, here it is. CRX $2. Dude, CRX pumping nicely, dude. When I got my free CRX, man, it was pretty good. It's all news. Ah, shit, man. Probably that hype played out and died. I think when I got mine, might have been somewhere around here. Right? I got them for free, so I really didn't care much for them. You know, I'm not trading them. I'm not doing anything with them. However, the only thing I do like is that they're going up. So my CRX is probably going to go up, and that's pretty cool. Anyways. What is this doing on the daily, dude? Pumping up nicely yesterday, pumping up a little bit today. We're seeing some of that indecision happening. Again, this just started like 3 hours ago, so still need to figure out how this is going to play out. We had that bearish divergence developing, right? We said we could still have it play out. We did get that price action to the downside, right? This probably died out because I do have it to this candle. So again, this day was open when we looked at it here. You know, you would have been going to here. Price action to the downside. You got it right. We got the price action to the downside the next day. Then we kind of like, not really a morning star, right? They're usually, this should have started at least here, or gap down and then make that morning star. But certainly bullish engulfing with this candle. Again, strong price action to the upside. I like that, right? It looks like a Marabazoo, but it does have a slight tail on either end. So again, not really a Marabazoo candle. But yeah, dude, I'm trying to figure out. You're going higher still. So again, you know, within the island, you're not doing any divergence. If you don't want to say that this divergence has played out, right? Then you would probably have to go to here, right? And then you would have to go to here, and then you said you have divergence, right? Bearish divergence, price action to the downside. This candle could potentially be red. Yeah, Coinbase coming in clutch with the free CRX. Yeah, dude, that Coinbase has a lot of free coins. DAI, CRX, Stellar. I can't remember which other ones they have on their earn. Anyways, and you would also have it from here to here, right? So again, you will still be making divergence bearish, right? Let's wait and see how this keeps on developing. Like I said, this island's still going on. You can still make more positive stuff, and then you just keep on building up. Either negate it, or when you finally see that you're not longer going higher, you're struggling to go higher, right? Like stagnation, like here, man. Like you went higher, and the next candle just reversed that same move, man. When you see that stagnation start to happen, then you can potentially say, man, that's it. Then are we developing that divergence? Yes, we are. And then you can expect break to the downside or upside. Anyways, that's it for CRX on the daily. Let's go into the 4 hours, man. So from here to here, right, you had that bearish divergence, right? We have it here. And from here to here, depends, dude. If you take it from this island, you take it from the high to this island, then you would have that bearish divergence as well, right? So from here to here, and then from here to here, and then it will be from here to here on the. So right, here we called it, we got it right, played out nicely, and then it started to bounce back up. Did we make it the same low? No, we didn't. So again, we don't have any. You had hidden bullish divergence developed to here, right? You can see it is from here to here. Then you don't have it here, but even from here to here, you'll be going higher, and here you will be going lower. So if you want to take it from here to here, right, for that histogram, you would also have that divergence on the MACD, but not on the RSI. On the RSI, you will be going higher. So again, on the RSI, you do have it from here to here, but on the MACD histogram, you do have it from the previous island. So again, that's it for CRX on the 4 hours, dude. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff real quick. I'll go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, what is happening from this island to this island? We're going higher. So again, you don't have that bearish divergence. Stuff I don't like, man. Well, it's not necessarily bad, dude. From here to here, and then from here to here, kind of like making a pennant. So again, usually could potentially break to the upside, right? Impulse up, pennant, then impulse up again. That's usually how pennants play. This could still develop a little bit more, though, you know, and maybe you get a better looking triangle, right? Something like that. And we go from here to here, right? And then, you know, make a pennant and then like break to the upside. If not, if this is it, then we could potentially break to the upside again. And that is pretty good. So again, from here to here, going higher on your RSI. The only thing where you're making divergence right now will be from here to here, which is slightly higher. And then you'll be going from here to here, which would be lower on your RSI. So you would just have it on like a 3 hour candle, right? And that's not very long for divergence for sure. So again, price action to the downside, you're getting it with this candle right now. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, dude. So again, this could potentially go down. Let's wait and see. That'll be CRX. And then someone else asked for something else, man. I think. So I can't remember. I'm trying to figure it out. Damn, I forgot to put the music back on, man. There we go. I think I had like the music off for most of the stream, bro. Seems like, yeah, for most of the stream, because I cut it off at like 9:30 when the first ads came in, and I forgot to put them back on, and then I put it on for a little bit. Then ads came in again around 10, and then right now in like 5 minutes I'm gonna get ads again. So again, that kind of sucks. Anyways, gonna go catch up later. Oh, sorry, William, dude. I didn't see that, bro. Yeah, when you catch the replay, you'll see that I'll say later, man. I thought it was David saying bye, but yeah. Later, William James. Sorry, man. I did the CRX. You probably didn't get to see it. Sorry about that, bro. I do know people have to go to work tomorrow, so again, yeah. I do try to get them through them as quickly as I can, bro. So yeah, well, I think we've done, let's look at the link, dude. We haven't done link today, and then if there's other requests, toss them out. And if there's nothing by the time I finish link, then I'll just call it a night for tonight, and that'll be it. Are we doing something here? Well, yeah. I mean, we could certainly shift this, right? It didn't look that good there. It looks a little bit better here on the 1 hour, right? I think I charted this on a larger scale. Anyways, we could certainly be making a sort of like a symmetrical triangle, slightly more downsloping than symmetrical, but still symmetrical triangle. That would be our impulse up and pennant, right? So let's go back into the daily and do this real quick, right? Where did that other line go? Here's not showing up. Anyways, this is freaking weird. Losing momentum, right? Positive momentum. Still volatility open on the Bollinger Bands, which is good. Sitting high on the RSI at 62. Again, being bought, right? You like to see Link? Okay, yeah, sure. I'll finish Link. So negative momentum, right? Again, sitting at 62 on the RSI, which is on that bot area. Almost at that neutral zone, but certainly on that bot area. Right now, let's look at the Heck and a Sheave, because this is... I really can't see if we're going to shift trend yet. No, we're actually just starting to make that red trend. Anyways, I was kind of hoping that this would have been the red trend from here to here, and no, apparently it's just from here to here. I was hoping that this could potentially usher a reversal in price action to the upside. So I do believe we're making a pennant, and we could potentially pump again. Anyways, impulse up, down sloping consolidation, right? Slight flagging, and then impulse up, and then we are flagging right now. Anyways, let's go into the 4 hour. At the 4 hour, right? Impulse up, down sloping consolidation, 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 impulse up, crash, up, and then downtrend, right? Here you can see that, man, if I put the Heck in a sheet, you're probably going to see a lot of red candles, one after the other, right? And we're still in that red trend. Anyways, are we doing something, man? No, this is lower than this, and this is definitely lower than this. Again, maybe shorter term from here to here, right? You could say you're going lower. You're making more or less that same negative momentum here, or slightly less. So you could have a sort of bullish divergence developed from here to here. So this candle could potentially burst you through the upside. So from here to here, right? It's too small, right? From there, it's like 12 hours maybe, right? That we're considering. So again, too small over pattern. You don't have it on the other side, just on the MACD histogram. Again, some contraction of the Bollinger Band sitting below at 20 MA. And starting to stagnate on that momentum due to this new green bar going up. However, dude, if we were to trace this like a valid upsloping, downsloping line, right, downsloping resistance, we more or less could potentially be touching it. We'll see that better in the 1 hour, and I'll fine tune it for us to be to have better touch points here. So again, I'll probably go from here all the way down, and then just make sure I do get those touch points, right? So there, and then I'll fine tune here as well. Probably here, and slightly higher there. There we go. Anyways, yeah, that'll be it. Are we doing something, dude? Yeah, well, we had this, no, from here to here we're going lower. From here to here we're actually going lower as well. What would this, 619, 501, so yeah, no way. From here to here we're actually going lower as well, so we're just going with the market. I think I traced this yesterday, right, and we had some sort of divergence up to this candle, right, because you were going slightly lower than this. So again, but from here to here you don't have it. So again, pumping probably because Bitcoin was pumping as well. Something on the RSI, let's see, high, low, right, high, low. This is 200, and then this will be 239. This is slightly higher still, so high to low, nothing there. Then high to low, nothing there. So again, we are probably just winning the structure. We're probably gonna break out of it soon. If this is to be a valid structure, right? This is a nice impulse up, right? We did have a lot of consolidation in the 1 hour. If we look at it in the 4 hour, you can see that consolidation is a little bit less, you know, but still that nice impulse up overall. And if we look at it on the daily, it just removes that other line for some reason, but that line would be here, right? So again, you would have that sort of pennant developing, right? Impulse up, and then consolidation, potentially impulse up again if Bitcoin wants to play ball. We have been 30 minutes into this candle, into this hour, so I do want to go back and do a quick look at Bitcoin and see what is going on with Bitcoin on the hour. And it's a red candle, right? That rejection at that midline of the upsloping channel. I think that'll be it for it right now. Yeah, that's it. I'm looking at Ethereum real quick again, see where we're sitting at. Red candle, right? Bitcoin doing the same stuff. And then Ripple, red candle, surprise, dude. Here we do have that divergence. That could potentially play out to the downside. We called it out. And on Ethereum, I think we also had that divergence, right? I'm not sure. High to low, high to low. No, we don't have that divergence here. So again, it makes sense on Ripple, right? Here it doesn't make sense, and then Bitcoin is probably just price continuation on the 1 hour there. There we go. Right, so we're doing red and we're doing less red. So again, we're going with the market in Bitcoin. Let's wait and see, man. We might come down here, touch this upsloping channel, and then bounce off it again. Like I said, this hour is still young. This pattern is still young as well, right? It just started to develop. So let's wait and see, guys. That's it for tonight, man. Yeah. Again, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you for chatting, dude. Thank you for putting comments on the videos. Thank you for putting comments here on the live stream, and I do appreciate that. It certainly makes it more engaging. I'm happy, dude. I think we picked up two subscribers. That's something new, right? I hadn't talked about that. We picked up 2 subscribers in the past day, right? So again, I'm happy about that. You know, still stagnating around 125, but you know, it's pretty good. 8,000 the bottom, in your opinion, for Bitcoin, David? Sorry, man. I just saw your comment. So it's 8,000 the bottom for Bitcoin, maybe. You know. But do remember that we do have this other structure, right? And I'll have to go into daily so we can look at it. And if this is a valid triangle, then we do have to hit somewhat of the measure move, at least half of it. But we still have to break down a little bit more, maybe. So just keep it in mind. If this was to be a valid wedge, at some point in time, we do have to come back, touch this upper part again, and try to break out. Falling wedges are bullish, so again, has potential to break to the upside. Keep your an eye out for that, but this could certainly come down again. Maybe try to touch here, create a double bottom, and then bounce to the upside. Still trying to figure out what this is going to do on the daily, right? Because we don't have anything red here that we could say, man, bearish divergence, you know, sorry, bullish divergence, right? Or we don't have anything up here either that would be bearish divergence, right? So again, even here, we're looking at almost nothingness. So yeah. That's it, bro. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great Sunday night. Have a great beginning of the week tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night. Again, we're here every night at 9 p.m. Central. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you for watching. Show this video to your friend. Talk to your friends about crypto. Get them into this market. It's good for everyone. That'll be all for tonight, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow.